You guys, you might think that this is snow behind me, but it's actually salt. I'm here in Bolivia at the largest salt flat in the entire world. It measures over 4,000 square miles, and you guys, it is just breathtakingly gorgeous out here. I can't describe it, but it's just... Getting here wasn't as easy as you might think. Watch until the end of the video to find out how I got to the flattest place on Earth. So you guys, I'm having just an absolute nightmare. I got off the plane, I went through immigration. Immigration took probably, I don't know, an hour and a half maybe to get through. And it's not because I didn't have all the stuff that they wanted. I had everything. It's just they took forever, and they went through every little like piece of everything, all my information. They just went through everything, like all my documents. So I went to go get my rental car, and I picked it up from this place. It's called SAAV. It's Save Rent-A-Car. I don't know if I'm mispronouncing that or not, but I get in the airport, and the airport's really tiny. And I'm at the airport in Santa Cruz, Bolivia, and the airport's super tiny, and there's no place called Save. They have Europcar and all these other, car rental companies, but they don't have the SAAV one. They don't have a physical location in the airport. So it was just a guy that was just coming out there to meet me at the airport. And thankfully there was a lady there who was a tour guide, and she was helping me translate with the guy. He finally showed up, but he was like, oh, I went on my lunch break and I was supposed to be at the airport. Like when you got to the airport, and I was like, oh, okay, great. Like I just waited for you while you went on your lunch break, and I've been in the airport, after getting off of a 3-hour flight, 3.5-hour flight, whatever. So anyway, the guy finally shows up, and he's like, oh, hey, I have bad news. The car that you already reserved and rented, we don't have it. It got into an accident 3 days ago, and we only have a manual pickup truck. And I'm like, I don't know how to drive manual. You don't have any other automatic? And they had literally no automatic. And they didn't let me know. Like 3 days ago when the car got into an accident, they didn't message me or call me or anything and let me know, hey, when you get here, there's not going to be a person to greet you at the... Started talking to the other lady who was like the translator. She works as a tour guide, so she was helping this other guy. He was from China, and they were hassling him over renting a car too at Europcar. They wouldn't let him rent a car because he didn't have a Visa card. He had a different type of credit card. So I'm at another place called Across Car Rental. I'm not even at the airport anymore. I took an Uber over to this car rental place to try to get a car rental from here, and I'm messaging somebody on WhatsApp, and he's like, oh yeah, just come by, we're open. And I get here and they're closed, and he says that somebody's going to meet me in 10 minutes here. He said that somebody's going to meet me in 10 minutes here, but I mean, there's nobody here. I just don't know what else to do. And literally, like, I'm just so frustrated, you guys. I knew Bolivia was going to be hard too. Like I know Bolivia's hard just because so many people complain about Bolivia. So, oh, here we go. You guys, I really hope they have something. It's so hard to get an automatic car here in Bolivia. And don't reserve it with the SAAV place if you guys come here. That was a nightmare. Yeah, I'm in here right now. Hopefully they have something, but I have no idea if I'm going to get a car or not. And you guys, I already reserved my hotel at the Salt Flats, and I can't get there. So you guys, this place, Across Rent-A-Car, they wanted 466 USD per day for a rental car. They were trying to charge me $466 a day for a rental car. This has just been an absolute nightmare. I'm hating Bolivia. I'm sorry if you live here. What an absolute nightmare. There's been so many nice people who've helped me, but oh my God, this has been just absolutely awful. I'm honestly just looking forward to getting out of here. I just want these last 4 days to pass by as soon as they can. This is terrible. Okay guys, so I am not driving to the Salt Flats like I thought I was going to be today. I am checking into a hotel in Santa Cruz de la Sierra in Bolivia, which is not what I wanted to do today. I knew Bolivia was going to be a really hard country. Everybody who I've spoken to who's been to Bolivia has had kind of a nightmare experience with the country. It's really expensive to visit if you're a US citizen. They charge you $160 just to get into the country itself. But yeah, it's $160 just to get into the country. The country itself is not nice. Like, I'm sorry if you live in Bolivia. I know that there are parts that are really nice, And those are the parts that I wanted to go to. But let me show you guys outside my window right now. So all these buildings, they're just collapsing. It's kind of a nightmare. And I don't know. I feel bad saying that because I know that there's probably people watching this that are from Bolivia, but oh my God, I've only been here a couple hours and I'm so sick and tired of this. Like, I already want to leave. It's been horrible. You guys, I got some empanadas to go and I'm still in my hotel. I ended up booking a flight to La Paz for tomorrow, and then also a round trip flight from La Paz back to Santa Cruz on the 31st so that I can get on my flight to Aruba. Everything's just been such a hassle. I don't know. It's probably just me because I'm probably just getting tired. But even when I went to go try to book my flight, Google Flights wouldn't let me book. And I was just like, what? There's this, like, I don't want to say it's a secret website, but there's a website called boa.bo that you have to book through. And the only way that I even found that out, it wasn't through Google. Like, you can't just Google, flights to La Paz and the website will pop up. I had to contact a friend, and they had to tell me basically where to go. So anyways, Bolivia is just, I don't know. I really want to like you, Bolivia, but you're driving me nuts. Like, this is so hard. The good thing is I'm somewhat of a seasoned traveler. And what I mean by that is I've run into things like this so much that I don't get stressed over them like I used to. I used to get like super, super stressed out when I would travel and things like this would pop up and I didn't know what to do. And, so for whatever reason, something on my plan didn't go like I thought it would. Like, I would get super stressed out because I'm like, oh my God, I'm in a foreign country. I don't know what to do. Like, what am I supposed to, say? Or like, what do I do? Now I've learned that when things like this happen, I have to get rest and I have to take a break, because when something throws you off, the first thing you have to do is like make sure that you're in a good state of mind to make good decisions. Because if you're panicked, you make another decision to try to fix it, and then another decision to try to fix that, and it just snowballs, and the problem just grows and grows and grows. So anyways, I've learned to like not stress out over things and to basically just kind of like chill and just, kind of relax. One of my friends said that you should go to hostels in La Paz, Bolivia, and I think that's great advice, because there's a whole bunch of other travelers and they're probably having the exact same issues that I'm having, but they're in a group of people, which is so much easier when you have like a group of friends and you're, having struggles. And so I think when I go tomorrow, I think I'm going to try to find a hostel, or I'll try to connect with some people off of couch surfing, just so like I'll have a main point of contact there, so I'm not just like, I don't know, just like out of luck. But there's a couple things that I want to do. And even if I don't get to the salt flats on this trip, even though I really, really wanted to, like that's the main reason I wanted to come to Bolivia, was to go to the salt flats. But even if I don't get to go there, at least there's some things that I'll still get to do in La Paz. That's the capital. So, you can, I'm hoping that I can kind of recoup on this trip, even though it's been a really rocky start. It hasn't been fun, to be honest. But I have, I still have like 3 days and I'm going to make the most out of it. Really, I have 4 days. And so, I'm still going to try to make the most out of it. Just still try to have a good time, even if I can't get to all the things that I wanted to get to, at least I'll see some things. So it won't be a total waste. But yeah, you guys, if you come here, my God, do not go to Santa Cruz. You get stuck here and there's nothing to do here. Like there's nothing I want to do here. Like it's just a waste of time basically for me. Go into La Paz. I flew in here because on my trip, I'm going here and then I had a great flight over to Aruba. That was like really cheap and like direct flight. So I thought, okay, I'm going to go, to Santa Cruz. Yeah. And I'm sure you guys can tell just by how I look. I'm so tired. You guys. But it's okay. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna get some rest in the morning, getting on a flight. It's only an hour-long flight to La Paz. So go over to La Paz, stay 2 nights there, fly back, stay at the airport, fly directly to Aruba, It should be fine. I just need to get some rest. So I'll see you guys in the morning, I guess. All right, guys, good morning. So it's a brand new day. I'm here in Santa Cruz. We're starting over, fresh start from yesterday. Today I'm going to fly over to La Paz. I'm really, really excited. And I have about probably 5 hours until my flight leaves. So I'm trying to figure out something to do here in Santa Cruz. I think I'm just gonna go to Starbucks because that's what I do when I have nothing else to do. So I think I'm gonna go walk over there. We'll see what the Starbucks look like here in Bolivia. But yeah, I think it's going to be a great day. And I think Bolivia, it'll be redeemed. It's not going to be a country that I have negative thoughts on. I'm trying to change it around so that, I remember Bolivia as a really fun, great place because I know it can be, and I know so many people talk about it, but it is one of the harder places to travel to. The requirements for the visas, just getting around, there's no trains. The hills are really hard. So anyways, brand new start. We're going to start over. We're going to start fresh. And hopefully it's going to be better today. Ooh, look at all the stuff they have in Bolivia, you guys. All right, guys. So I went over to Starbucks. I got my Bolivian cup. And I just got a caramel macchiato. They do them a little bit different. They don't add tons and tons of the caramel drizzle here. And I think their venti cups are actually a little bit smaller than ours, but it's totally fine. Basically the same drink. And then this is called a sonsa or a sonso. I don't know how to say it, but it's basically a Bolivian casserole. So I'm gonna try this and see what it's like. I don't really know what's in it. I think it's potatoes, or I think it's yucca or something like that. Yeah, it's potatoes. It's like a casserole. It's like mashed potatoes with like some cheese on top. It's really good. And you guys, it is really windy here in Bolivia. I don't know if you can see, but well, it might not look that windy, but it is. I'm gonna go over to this. I think it's like a mall over here. It's near kind of a cool looking building though. It has some artwork out in the front. Pretty tall building. So, yeah. I guess this place isn't that bad, but I don't want to be here for 4 days. So happy. I got to La Paz. They had a car for me to rent. I'm driving down to my Salt Hotel that I already booked a reservation at. I'm just so excited. I was panicked, you guys. I thought I was gonna have to try to take buses, get an Uber. Like I was looking at doing crazy stuff, but I ended up getting a car. So I'm just so happy and excited. I cannot. You guys, the traffic here in La Paz is so difficult. If you guys come here to drive, just know the drivers, they don't stay in the lanes. They will like change lanes in the middle of intersections and like drive down the middle of the road. Basically when you're driving, you don't know where the lines are because everyone's just in like a heap of cars. So it's really difficult, but I mean, I'm getting through it and hopefully everything goes well. So you guys, I don't want to say I'm shocked because I did expect this from Bolivia. Like I said, every single person who I've spoken to, they've said that Bolivia is a really hard country to travel through. It can be really fun, but it's like I was saying before, this is where to go to see how South America was before everything was industrialized. And it's very similar, I'm sure, to how it was years ago too. I don't know if it was worse than this or if it's just kind of stayed the same, but yeah, it's a hard place to travel through, you guys, and it's a little bit shocking. It's not like the most shocking place I've been to. I think India far surpasses any other place I've been to, but it's a very rough area. There's homeless dogs everywhere. You can see telephone lines hanging out everywhere, graffiti, just tons of buildings that are falling apart. So you guys, I did something dumb. I didn't follow the Google navigation because it was taking me a longer route. I should have. If you guys are here, follow the Google navigation because they were taking me around this police stop. Basically, I went to it's like a stop where they stop all the vehicles, but they just asked me where I was going for my driver's license and passport, and then the guy asked me for money, and I gave him the equivalent of $8 USD, but he took that and he basically wanted a bribe. So anyways, if you guys are here, make sure to follow the Google GPS because I didn't know. I was like, oh, this is taking me a longer ways. I'm gonna go the short route. Don't go the short route, just follow Google Maps. So you guys, I got to another toll. They told me that I was lost and I was going the wrong way, and they were trying to get me to turn around. I don't really know what their motivation was for that. I have GPS, so I know which way I'm going. But yeah, no, they just took my money, and basically it cost me about, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes of my time. The other thing that's really annoying, you guys, is I'm driving right now. I don't have my brights on at all. Every single truck that I pass through, they turn their brights on as they're passing you. And again, I don't know why. I don't know if they're trying to tell me to turn my brights on. I assume that they're not because it's going to blind them. The actual distance between the major cities, it's not far at all. The place that I'm going to, it's about maybe 200, 250 miles away. So it's not actually a long drive. But I expect you to drive 25 miles per hour. It takes you maybe double or triple the time that it normally would to get anywhere because they want you to drive so slowly. All right, guys, so I've been driving for about 6 hours. I think I have about 3 hours to go. I'm really close, but I have 284 kilometers left. So I need to go get gas eventually. And the other thing to look out for is no internet when you get out into the boonies of Bolivia. A lot of Bolivia is basically just land. There's no populations in a lot of parts. So I'm coming to parts where there's no internet signal at all. Even extended network, it won't work. You guys, 1.5 more hours to go. I think I've paid $25 USD just in tolls. You guys, the tolls are so expensive, and I'm just so confused because I'm like, well, if you have to pay for the highways, then why do they have potholes in them? if we're paying for this highway, then why is it so? I bet the people who live in Bolivia think that too, but holy cow, I've never paid so much for so little in my entire life. I have 1.5 hours. This has been a very, very long drive. You guys, I have finally made it. I'm finally here. Look at this, you guys. See that ceiling up there? That's all bricks of salt. This entire hotel is made of salt. This is so amazing, you guys. They gave me a heated blanket underneath this this bed. I'll kind of give you a tour of the room, but over here they just have a little bit of closet space. Oh, yes, and they put snacks and food in the fridge. Oh my gosh, you guys, I don't care how much that stuff costs. I'm eating all of it tonight because I'm so hungry. I've been driving all day long. I'm starving. I haven't had any water all day. I finally got water. I'm so relieved, you guys. This is just like a closet in here, and then they give you, there's a balcony out there. I'll show you guys tomorrow. A standard shower. Bathroom's not super, super fancy. I mean, it's nice, but it's not like amazing. They give you a little bit of like, maybe some toiletries and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's pretty standard, but oh my gosh, I'm so happy to finally be here. And they give you a little stool too. I'm going to bed. I'll see you in the morning, but this was totally worth it. I'm really glad I came because this is so cool. Okay guys, brand new day. I'm super excited. I'm glad I came here, even though it was a lot of work. This is what the little outdoor terrace looks like that I mentioned last night. The ceiling is just so cool, you guys. And this hotel is literally made 100% of salt. Let me show you something. So it looks like they put some, like maybe some drywall, but you can see where there's some salt coming through the drywall. I don't know if that's on purpose or on accident, but this is such an interesting place. I can't wait to show you guys more of it. I'm gonna head to breakfast. Also, if you guys come here, just know it is so cold. Very, very cold, so bring your jacket if you guys come here. Good morning. Also have a pool out here. What? Buenos días. Alright guys, they have an omelet station where you can go get your own omelet. This is just some pineapple juice. Got a little protein with the peanuts and the peanut butter, some pancakes, cheese, and some coffee. But overall, this is such a cool place. Wow, this is really cool, you guys. Mind your head, yes indeed. Oh my goodness, you guys, this is what the little roofs look like from the outside. Oh, this is so cool. Okay, you guys, I take back everything I said about having trouble getting a rental car, the long drive out here, everything, you guys. This is so cool. I'm like floored by how awesome this is. It looks cool, it's pretty, it's like a weird environment because it's like an experience that you don't get in a lot of places. I'm from Arizona, so I mean, a lot of this it's familiar to me just because there's salt flats out in Arizona as well, like out at Red Lake and a couple other places, but this is just so grandiose. It's just larger than life, and I'm like blown away. This is so awesome. I'm gonna go get some fuel because I'm almost on empty, so that's what I'm gonna go do right now. But I also booked a massage at the spa, and I'm so excited to try it. I just can't wait. So yeah, I'm so excited for the day. This is gonna be so much fun. I can't wait to show you guys and bring you along with me. This is kind of what the town looks like just before you get to the Salt Hotel. This is a very interesting place. I mean, it's cool because it's so historic. Like all of these buildings, they're very, very old buildings. I know they're kind of falling apart, but it's cool to come see all of this. It's just interesting. It's something that you really don't see anywhere else. So. These small little towns in Bolivia are really, really interesting, you guys. I honestly, I never thought I'd see a place like this where all the buildings are kind of, I mean, they're kind of just falling apart and dilapidated, and it's interesting that people still live here. I mean, if this was here, you know, if this town, say this town was in the United States, everybody would move out of it. It would basically become a ghost town. But the fact that there's people living here, and it's I mean, this is a a livable place. It's just so, I mean, it's shocking. I mean, when you look around here, you would never imagine that there's actual people like living here every single day, getting up, going to work. You know, their kids are going to school here. There's a college here. It's just so interesting. You guys, if you come here, you have to be really careful not to hit dogs because there's so many dogs everywhere, and they don't keep them like in their house or in their yard. They just let them like run around. One dog ran right out in front of my car and I stopped. I didn't hit it, of course, but I mean, I could have because it just ran right in front of my car and just like stopped right in front of my car, and the owners came outside and they didn't like call the dog or anything. They just like stood outside and stared. So just know, if you come out here, if you're an animal lover, you might not like this actually, just because there's so many like stray dogs everywhere that aren't like well kept, but they're not starving. It looks like they're fed, but they just don't, they don't take care of their pets the same way that we do in the United States. All right, guys, I'm done with my massage. It was great. This is such a cool place, you guys. Look how flat everything is. Oh my gosh, you guys. I don't know if you can see that little sliver of white, but the salt flats are right out there. I'm so excited for today. This is going to be so cool. These are the largest salt flats in the world, you guys. You guys, I'm just so taken back by this. This is so cool. It looks like you're out in the middle of snow, but it's all salt. Look at this. It's so beautiful, and the sky behind is so beautiful too. This is so amazing. I'm just like so blown away by all of this. Wow, you guys, look at this. This is just so amazing. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is just so amazing. I don't know about you guys, but I'm just so taken back. This is just so cool looking. It's interesting that there's water coming out of the ground too. I wasn't expecting that. This is all salt, you guys. Look at this. This is so cool. Guys, this is this is just so cool. This is kind of what the salt looks like. There's big cracks in the ground in other places. It's kind of different in different places, so it's not all the same. But yeah, you guys, this is just so amazing. So, I mean, look at this. I'm kind of curious if this actually tastes like salt. I don't know if I should try it or not. I kind of want to. And you know what? I'm only here once, so yeah, I think I will. Just so you guys know, this area out here, this isn't in the park. This is just free. You can just drive right up to this spot. They say you need four-wheel drive, but to be honest, you guys, this is a super flat road. I really don't think that you need four-wheel drive. I think you could do this in a two-wheel drive or like a Kia or something like that. But yeah, this is like so cool. This is just such an awesome place. There's a bunch of native peoples selling things out here, so you'll see little spots where they might be, you know, selling souvenirs and things like that too. But yeah, what an amazing place. This is just so awesome. You guys, I've been driving for probably, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes to an hour, but it's still white. It's like this never ends, and I'm not even to the halfway mark. I just wanted to show you guys something really cool. So the ground makes these, it kind of looks like a beehive when bees make their honeycomb. It has this like really interesting pattern I wanted to show you guys. I just thought it was so cool, and it's just so unique. So yeah, miles and miles, you guys. The salt just naturally makes those patterns. Isn't that just the coolest thing you've ever seen? I'm not sure what that's from either. I need to look it up and let you guys know. But I mean, that's just so amazing, isn't it? It's just like a natural pattern, just like in a beehive. It's just so amazing. And it's everywhere. I mean, it doesn't stop. It just goes on for miles and miles and miles. It's so cool. You guys, it's golden hour. It's almost 6. It's around 6 p.m. here. And it is just so pretty, you guys. The mountains are so gorgeous. Oh gosh, it's so pretty. This honestly is probably one of the prettiest places I've ever been to. You guys, I don't even know what to say about this. This is just, it's so overwhelming. You just feel inundated when you're out here in these salt flats. And if you guys come, there's tours that you can take. They'll tour you through the salt flats, and they'll put you on a bus, and it's about a 3 to 5 day tour. Honestly, guys, I would recommend just getting your own car and coming out here and driving yourself. It's probably going to be a little bit more expensive, but the gas is really cheap here, and it's really, really fun to be able to drive around the salt flats and go see all of the different textures and the salt. And I personally, I think it's really, really fun to be able to like be in your own vehicle and go see everything. But if you guys don't want to make the 9-hour drive, which you guys saw, it's not fun. It's a long drive. So you guys, it's around 6:18 here. It's starting to become sunset, or it is sunset. I just can't even describe being here. This is just so amazing. It's this beautiful purpley kind of orangey fog. There's just little tiny mountains in the background. And the salt looks so cool. This is just so amazing. Oh, you guys. It's just so beautiful. It's like this foggy mist. Oh man, how gorgeous. All right guys, so I'm all done with the salt flats. It is basically over, the sun's going down, so not much to see now, but I'm headed to dinner. Palacio de Sal. I'm always mispronouncing, but the Salt Hotel, they have a dinner. It's like a buffet style dinner that they serve, and I'm really hoping that it's a lot of Bolivian food that I haven't tried before. I don't know what it's going to be, but I'm really excited. I can't wait to go see what it is, and yeah, I'll show you guys what they serve. I'm just so excited, and gosh, this has just been one of the best days of my life, honestly. This has just been so much fun, and gosh, I'm just so glad that I came all the way out here. It was a pain coming out here, but it was definitely worth it, and I would absolutely 100% do it again. You guys, I'm so excited to try this. So they gave me some bread. This is all different kinds of meats. This is actually tongue. I don't know if I want to try tongue. I kind of feel weird eating tongue. I've never eaten tongue ever before. And then this is llama stroganoff for guys, this thing is really good. It's like some kind of mousse, and it has, I think it has caramel on the inside. I'm not really sure what it is, but it's super delicious. Such a great dessert. Hey guys, they also made this chicken with some papas or potatoes and some vegetables. It looks amazing. All right, guys, so amazing day, fantastic dinner, amazing breakfast, just all around such an amazing day today. I'm going to go ahead and take a shower and get ready for bed because tomorrow I'm going to get up super early in the morning and drive all the way back to La Paz. I'm super excited though. I think the drive is going to be really fun in the daytime and I just can't wait to go see all of the landscapes. So yeah, I'll see you guys then. So you guys, one of the kind of annoying things about Bolivia is that when you get into the outskirts, or if you're not in La Paz or Santa Cruz, there's basically no internet. So like when you're on this 9 or 8 hour drive, there's no internet for like music or I don't know, to listen to like an audio book or a podcast or something. Like usually when I'm on these like really long trips, I'll like, I don't know, I'll listen to something just so it's not like dead quiet, but there's no internet, so I can't access anything. So yeah, just as a heads up, if you guys come here, just know that there's no internet out here at all. You guys, they made me get out of my car and stop at a police station. They just wanted to see my driver's license, but it kind of freaked me out. So I just want to give you guys, again, the heads up if you're here. Sometimes they do that. But I was really cautious. I locked my car. I was like, what if these are fake police officers and they're trying to steal from me? So yeah, they're going to do this throughout Bolivia. If you rent a car here, you guys can go through. There's a whole bunch of little checkpoints and stops where you have to, I don't know, you have to go. I don't know why either, because it doesn't really seem like this is a crime-ridden place. I might be totally wrong because I haven't Googled it. I don't know. I don't feel here. The only thing that makes me feel unsafe are all of the police officers who want bribes and they want you to show them your documents and all of that. So just a heads up if you guys come here, that does happen a lot. So you guys, the other annoying thing that just, I don't know, kind of annoys me about this place is when you go up to the tolls, I'm trying to speak to them in Spanish and I'm having a hard time, so I'm taking like a few extra seconds to like communicate to them that I don't have the ticket that they typically stamp and that I need to pay. And the people behind you in the toll line will like honk. And I'm just like, where are you honking? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, obviously I'm at the same toll that you're at. You're gonna stop here in a minute too. But yeah, the drivers are, I don't know, they're not very nice here. They're just kind of, or they just don't think. I don't think that they think like, oh, this person is at a toll. They're stopping to pay this person money so that they can go through. Like they don't even like consider it. It's so strange. You guys have to be really careful when you're using GPS out here. This is the road that GPS took me down. It's a dirt road and it's, I mean, I don't know. If you weren't in a 4-wheel drive car, you could get stuck out here. So I would be careful for this if you guys come here. Ooh.
Turn right, turn left.
And And there's this little windy road that you go down before you get to the Witches Market, and it looks over the entire city of La Paz, and it's just so interesting. Oh, almost missed my turn. Look at this, you guys. It's huge. It's such a huge city.
Turn left.
Oh, these roads are so scary, you guys. I know it might not look steep from the camera, but it really, really is.